Now, if you are familiar with anything involving fitness or, things of that nature, then you probably heard of this guy, Larry Wheels. And he's been catching a lot of backlash online for, various things, a number of things that we're going to get into in this video. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and like the video as it really helps me out. But without further ado, let's just get into it. So, of course, y'all have probably seen the clip or the slap incident, if you will. Essentially, he was on stream and slapped this streamer slash boxer known as Dean the Great.
Can I get a hug?
No, don't do. Oh, whoa.
I know we're streaming this shit.
I know, hey, bro, don't disrespect the king like that. You know why?
She a queen, though.
Listen. Whoa. I know we streaming. You gotta chill.
We got chill. I know we streaming, nigga.
She a queen, though.
Hey, handle your liquor, nigga. I know we streaming, but handle your shit.
His wife up for grabs.
Hey, he's been mad disrespectful. Hey, did you get that?
This.
What are you doing with your hands? Listen.
You ready for 200 Griffith? Oh! Dean!
All night getting shit on?
Yeah.
I was waiting for that fucking moment.
And I'm looking at that, I'm just like, you're gonna slap a trained fighter like that. Okay. Not a very wise thing to do, but he did. Things could have escalated a lot further, but thankfully they didn't, because that would have resulted in both parties for sure getting banned. And Kick does not tolerate any fighting or violence on stream whatsoever. Now, to be fair, in this slap instance, the dude was flirting with his wife on stream. He told him plenty of times, ayo, chill. He kept on going, and it resulted into something, physical. Now, on one end, I could see where he's coming from, where it's just like, okay, bro, I told him many times, you get slapped for it, what's done is done. But on the other hand, I'm just like, it really didn't have to escalate that way. I mean, at the end of the day, the guy was just talking shit in the corner. So it's one of those things where he's just talking or whatever. It's just like, okay, whatever. Now, is it still low-key disrespectful? Yeah, but he's just talking, at that point, it's just like, you didn't have to escalate to that. So it's crazy because shortly after this video blew up, a Canadian influencer that goes by the name of Greg, I can't pronounce his name, but it's Greg something, right? He essentially shared some evidence or something he calls the Larry Wheels files of basically screenshots suggesting personal relationship details, which is kind of crazy to me how nowadays, as an influencer, you got to be careful at who you hang out with or who has access to certain things, because your personal information or whatever that is could just be out on the internet for everyone to see. Yeah, that's just so crazy to me. Allegedly he borrowed like $50,000, which is kind of insane, from a friend, and hasn't paid it back, which is kind of insane. I wish I had a friend that I could just call and be like, hey, look, I need 50 grand right now. I don't have time to explain. I just need 50 grand. That's crazy how you can't even do that. But yeah, 50 grand just gone like that. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy. And then on top of that, your personal information about your relationships or whatever, just out online. And that's another thing too. A lot of people don't realize, you can be famous or whatever, but you have to understand that one slip up, one thing that you do, and then the internet's just gonna be talking about it. It just is what it is. You have to make sure that you have the right people in your corner, so that you don't end up in a situation like this where your name is plastered everywhere, all for the wrong reasons. You become more infamous than famous. And then you got situations like this. It just really does a lot more harm than good. I mean, on top of that, there's been some allegations of him using steroid usage. And no longer allegations, he's actually using those, and he admitted to himself, I've been using steroids, and at least he's honest about that. I will say that for most influencers, especially gym or fitness influencers, right, when they go into the space when they start lifting and people ask them how they get their physique, most of them just lie and they'll say, oh yeah, I'm all natty, I'm all natural. And we all know, most of the audience, if they have a brain, knows that it's clearly not true. But at least he's honest about that, saying, yeah, I do be taking steroids and things like that. But that's led to another thing, right? Because now he's in a position to where he's allegedly been spending thousands of dollars on cam girls. Well, all of it, not allegedly anymore, because he admitted to it.
Larry, can you tell me more about your the webcam addiction? How did that go?
What?
Yeah, back in the day when I was on trend and blasting steroids, I had a raging porn addiction, which escalated to spending money on custom videos of girls.
You say you spent over $10,000 a day?
Yeah, I was spending
So it's just that's another thing too, keeping certain things private that a lot of people don't need to know about, or really anyone outside of your personal realm, right? Like, I get, you know, being honest and upfront with your audience or whatever, and you know, if he wants to do that, that's on him. That's what he's gonna do. But at some point, you gotta realize, like, once you put it out there, there is no retracting it. There is no putting it back. Like, you literally relinquish that information freely. You know, no one put up a gun to your head. No one did anything like that. Like, that information is just out there, right? And so you're spending all this money on these girls online. And another thing too, like, you're spending all this money, but I don't get it. Like, if you have that kind of money to spend, then I'm not saying it's right, but if you're gonna do that, why not pay for someone who does certain services and just pay them to do that? Why pay people online just to talk or chat with them? Like, I just don't understand. Like, if you got that kind of money, then you could pay for whatever needs or whatever you need to take care of, right? But to go over here and spend thousands of dollars just talking to people is insane to me. Like, I'll never understand that. I think once you reach a certain level, I guess some influencers should decide to just go completely off the deep end and just be all like, you know what, I have all this money, I'm famous, I'm gonna do something stupid, and they end up doing it. I mean, this guy's just mismanaging money. Like, is so crazy to me. And to make matters worse, his own wife even admitted to, you know, liking him mainly because of his wealth. And I'm just like, whoa.
Would you still love me if I had no money and status?
Yes, I would love you, but if somebody asked me, oh, would I start a relationship with you from the beginning if you had no money? The answer is no. I would not date somebody with no money. But if it happened for him to lose money now, I would be 100% there and support him and help him out to get that right out.
And that's something that, you know, if it is true, you don't just openly say something like that. No, especially not on the camera for thousands upon thousands of people to see. No. You literally said this on a stream like, hey, look, I liked you mainly because you know, the money situation. And you know, it just baffles me, right? It's just so crazy to me how some people just say the stupidest things on these platforms, and whether you know, like him, hate him, like hate what they got going on or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, that personal information, those type of thoughts or whatever, out on the internet, and now y'all see how controversy just ruins everything, because now, you know, it's going to be really hard to drag your name out the mud, especially when, you know, we built up such a reputation, right? And, you know, everyone's just going to be like, oh, that's the guy that's known for this. And all of a sudden, it's just going to overshadow your main accomplishments. Like, first, he was famous for, like, you know, powerlifting, lifting these crazy weights, you know, things of that nature. But now you're going to be known as the guys, oh yeah, that's the guy who slapped so-and-so on stream, or oh yeah, that's the guy who spent thousands of dollars on these cam girls and stuff online. So yeah, this whole situation is crazy to me. I want to hear y'all's thoughts down in the comment section below. I know I kind of went on the rant there, but it's just so crazy to me. I can't even fathom like what's really going on here.